My name is Angelica Chiketa Mkorongo. I live in Harare, Zimbabwe, and I live with obsessive-compulsive disorder and serious intrusive thoughts, and I'm a stability leader. I was born and raised in the rural area of Zimbabwe. My parents were well-to-do parents in the area, and they were both teachers and raised the six of us in a very religious environment. I grew up being told that God loved us all, but if we sin against Him, we will go to hell. The prayer that always frightened me was the confession prayer. It went like this: I confess to Almighty God and to you, my brothers and sisters, that I have greatly sinned in my thoughts and in my words, in what I have done and in what I failed to do, through my fault, through my most grievous faults. Wow. This prayer negatively impacted me from the time I was a teenager to much later in life. With that in mind, when horrible, dark, intrusive thoughts started occupying my mind, all I could think was that I was going to hell. At the same time, anyone showing signs of a mental illness was said to be either bewitched or possessed by evil spirits. Now, just imagine the fear I had most of my life. Hell, evil spirits, and witches. That's a lot for anyone to take on. And much later in life, I realized that I was having these thoughts, but something just didn't make sense to me. I mean, am I really a bad person? Is this life? Is this what life is all about? Is this what God is all about? Fear, punishment, hell? And if this is the case, is there a point in being alive? Is there a point in being on earth? Because after all, I'll just end up in hell. So a lot of thoughts came to me. Maybe I should just end it here. Well, I'm so glad I hung on. When I finally discovered that I had a mental condition, I had to educate myself about this condition and other mental conditions. I began to share my story with friends and family members. I mean, we were not created to be unhappy. Yes, there are obstacles along the way, but surely God also wants us to be happy, to live a fulfilling life. And that was when my mental health advocacy began. I'm a peer specialist because I've seen it all. My fellow peers are afraid to talk to psychiatrists or psychologists for fear of being judged or sent to jail because of what is on their minds. I'm saying, let us rise and help one another. In most countries, mine included, the number of specialists is much too low to cater for everyone. So all those who are thriving, let's put our heads together and help one another. And this is what the Stability Network is all about. It empowers those with psychosocial disabilities so that they empower others in their own environments. And what a difference it makes to see someone smiling from ear to ear by just learning that an evil spirit does not possess them and that what they have is normal and it can be managed. I founded an organization whose main aim is to give people hope, and that having a mental condition does not mean the end of the world. There is a lot that one can do. We hold peer-to-peer support group meetings. We also go to communities to raise awareness. And this is a place I feel most at home. And I'm glad that most of my peers feel most at home when we are together, when we discuss our mental conditions, when we discuss our challenges. The Stability Network has helped me connect with advocates worldwide through webinars, and speaking at different conferences is an eye-opener. And one thing for sure, our challenges are the same. The only difference is in the diverse cultures and how we understand mental health challenges. And working together and sharing our stories help us all to realize and learn how to help people in their varied communities.